Good evening and welcome to round five of round five of Apex This season 20 GT3. I am Daniel Zippy Salmon, an up and coming producer, experienced commentator, and amateur stand-up comedian. So yeah, definitely going to get spicy at times. I'm going to be a bit of a lone stallion in the booth tonight, unless no, maybe not, unless my dog wants to join in calling the action. But you know what? Let's take a look at what you guys have got to look forward to here in Apex This season 3. So, season 3, round 5, damn it. So, yes, the Apex This season 20 GT3. So, the good thing is we started at Watkins, went on the Algarve, the Nuremberg, and then last week we were at Daytona. Absolutely fantastic course, one of my favorites. This week, I'm in Canada, so this is also probably one of my favorites. I do actually need to pull my finger out, get there, visit the track, and, you know, take in the experience. But that's Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. That's what we're going to be at today. We're going to get a little bit more into that in just a second. Following that, we're going to go to Autodrome Jose Carlos Pace Grand Prix. I'm sure I was supposed to say place. I might have done a typo there. Look at that! That's been in there every week. Good job. Moving on to Fuji. Road America, definitely one of my favorites there. A princess-approved track. Barcelona, more affectionately known as Imola for round 10, followed by VIR, the roller coaster in the American track circuit, and then onto a definite favorite here, its circuit of the Americas. But you know what, let's talk a little bit more about COTA a second. COTA? Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Look at this. This is, you know, I'm making my own blooper reel as we go. So, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, formerly Motorsport Park and Motorsport International Raceway. It's a multi-track motorsport venue. Basically, there's more than one way to enjoy it. Located north of Bowmanville in Ontario, Canada. So, not many people know where Bowmanville is, but you guys do know where Toronto is, and it's about 47 miles, 75 kilometers east of Toronto. It has about 4 kilometer track, or to put it in more unsettled terms, 2.459 miles, 10-turn road course, a 1.8 mile advanced driver and race driver training facility. That's something I'd definitely like to have a go at. And also as well a quarter of a mile skid pan, and a just short of, well, about 1.5 kilometer, just short of a mile go-karting track. Used to be known as Motorsport Kartways. And the reason it's called Motorsport is it's a Command 2 of Motorsport came from the Enterprise formed to build the track. I gotta be honest, I don't really understand much of that. I'm guessing it's something to do with how it was built. But you know what, we're going to get into that a bit more later on. The qualifying has got about 1:49 left. We'll get into that. Let's have a quick look here. I'm going to move some things around the screen, hopefully not onto your screen. Let's take a quick peek. Did I do this right? And there we go. So at the minute, let's see who we've got out and about on the track now. So DJ Alessandrini, it says he's on the track. I'm inclined to disagree. There we go. He's there, he's about, and we are cooking on gas. So he's currently your pole sitter with a 1:15.735. About a minute to go. As I have a look right now, it's not telling me if he's got any improved pace. Actually, though, Troy Banks, he is currently about 0.6 of a second up on his lap. Currently sat in 12th place. He's car 14, sat in 12th place in that cool Chevrolet Corvette Z06. Definitely one of the more popular cars to join the iRacing service. And I've just remembered, I need to make sure you guys have got the iRacing audio. Again, if you're watching, by all means, if you see something where I've made a little bit of a whoops, please put it in the chat. I am here. I am reading the chat. Certainly, by all means, flag it. And it looks like Troy has aborted that lap. I have a look at Kevin Zhu. He is, in theory, he's running 0.6, 0.7 down. Let's see if we can get a better view on this guy. There we go. Kevin Zhu, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the Mustang GT3, which so far we've found to be a little bit unstable. And I've got to say, I actually think the paint on that's quite nice. I'm liking the red, white, and black. But he's currently 2 seconds down off his best lap time. Russell Elizondo, he's out on the track as well. He's I don't know what's going on with him. Yeah, okay, he's in the pits. That's why he's down. Michael Cummings, he's in the pits. So, for the most part, qualifying seems to be pretty wrapped up. DJ Alessandrini with that 1:15.735 as qualifying comes to an end. So, let's take a quick look at your starting grid. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And I've left the box up. There we go. Let's get rid of that. All right, so in first place we have DJ Alessandrini. No surprises there with Paul Slavinik. He's alongside him in second. Again, I know the guy writes a book, but you know what? You got to throw the dog a bone. tell me more about your book, and maybe I can try and promote it for you, especially if you send me a copy. I'd be more inclined to do it. Ryan Otis, he's one of your race winners, as is Chad Sanowski. He's there on the second row, in third and fourth respectively. Neil McDougall, he's in fifth. Very clean racer, not yet made it onto the podium, with Sheldon Rosenbaum alongside him in sixth. Andrew McRae is there in seventh, with Ty Johnson in eighth. As we have a look a bit further back now, ninth is Mark Miller with Roman Bykov. Good strong qualifying from him today. He's in 10th. Austin Diltz previously, I think he was a round one. I don't know if he was a race winner, certainly a podium. We can check more into that later. He's in 11th with Troy Banks alongside him, who we just saw a moment ago in that Corvette Z06. He's in 12th. Parker Duim, he's in 13th with Wesley Bryce in 14th, with Vincent Wood 15th, and Brian Zinn in 16th. As we head back now, Philip Adams, he's in 17th with Fozzie Fazillo. That is absolutely fantastic name, so in 18th. Russell Elizondo. Okay, I do apologize. I got distracted. Soren WBM. Tell me a bit more about WBM. I can't even say it now. Fozzie Fazillo, he's in 18th with Russell Elizondo in 19th. Tyler Reeve in 20th. Michael Cummings, he's there in the Ferrari in 21st with Tyler Nevins in 22nd. Richard Sorick, the second, I might add, in 23rd, with Mark Bray in 24th. And this grid just keeps on giving, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Bond in 25th with Arthur Ramirez in 26th. Joshua Soto in 27th with Kevin Zhu 28th. Kent Kruger in 29th. And Donald Mensing in 30th. Actually, I'm actually quite surprised as well. Usually if you see Kent Kruger, you see Corey Mitchell right there alongside him. So that is your grid, ladies and gentlemen, and it's fair to say it's a pretty busy grid. I mean, we've got a few cars on there. Definitely going to have a lot to keep an eye on there. There's your race leader. He is there at the front. Let's switch up some cameras for you, see if we can get something a little bit better. They're going to get ready to start the pace lap in just a moment. But Soren, tell me a little bit more about WBM. Is this a team by chance? Tell me a little bit more, because teams isn't really something that I see too much discussion about here in the Apex's iRacing series, but we're going to be getting underway with that pace lap. Again, if you guys see any issues with the stream, please let me know. I am running solo tonight, and any help is therefore very much appreciated. But let's have a look here. We're going to get that up, and there we go. So we can ignore the pacing for the minute, but I got to say, DJ Alessandrini with that absolutely fantastic paint. I'm going to switch this over as well. I've been working on some new buttons, ladies and gentlemen, so we may get some fun cameras, we may get some mistakes. We'll find out, but look at that. You see there right behind the pace car, and that's going to be the view he's got behind him. A absolute whole field of cars. It's fair to say he is going to be a busy boy indeed. What's happening on my email? Okay, that's good. That's things coming in. And Soren, you subscribed. Thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate that. Definitely tell your friends. And yeah, I did put a little shout out as well. I probably should be in the my bad, hang on. I'm there saying that, guys, you know, you've got to be in the Discord, and I'm not even in the Discord myself, so that is a little bit rich. I'm just going to bounce this off the screen in just a second here. There we go. I'm trying. I've lost my mouse. Hold on now. My mouse has disappeared. This is just what I wanted. Hold on. Hold on, let's do a little switch around while they are pacing. I got too many buttons. There we go. Have a quick look at your sponsors a second there, ladies and gentlemen, while I just fix this. My mouse has literally just disappeared. There we go. All right, there we go. We are back again. Oop, there we go. We are back again. Excellent. All right, we should be good again. I've got most of it up. There we go. And I need to get that. Damn it. I do wish I could figure out how to stop that popping up on the middle of the screen. But these guys are green, 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 and they are off. And you see DJ Alessandrini, he is really, really having to work that straight at the start. But he's managed to keep hold of that race lead. Paul Slavinik right behind him. Ryan Otis in third. Chad Sanowski in fourth. And Neil McDougall in fifth. McMurray there in sixth. And Sheldon Rosenbaum, he is dropped down. He's down in eighth. As I have a quick look now, It's telling me Donald Mensing's in first according to timing. I am inclined to disagree. That would be quite the accomplishment, but we'll have a look. Yeah, no, there we go. Timing's just updated. That's more like it. I was going to say, quite the ambitious accomplishment there, but I do see, is there a little bit of action heading back here? It is. Roman Biceop and Ty Johnson having a little bit of a battle back there. I'm honestly absolutely inundated. My whole timing screen is lit up red as people are fighting and fighting, as I see here. Back in the corner, Fozzie Fazillo, Vincent Wood, Russell Elizondo all getting into an absolutely fantastic tangle of action here. Oh, it's fair to say there's a lot going on. Absolutely cracking racing so far, and I've not seen anybody. Oh, I say that now. I've got a report that Michael Bond may have crashed. Let's have a quick look here, see what's going on. So here he is. He's in the BMW M4 GT3. You can see there going up on the inside. All looks well. All looks well. I do know this fast left-hander sometimes going too wide around the air can end very badly. I do wonder if he perhaps locked up. Oh, no, he's getting pitted. That Mustang giving him a little bit of a shunt there as they went down into Stirling Corner. I think that's Stirling Corner. I should know this. It's a Canadian track, but definitely not what he had in mind. But he is back out on the move. Not the way he wanted to do it. And it looks like there's somebody just ahead of him as well. So despite that accident, he is still there in the running. If I get the right button. I don't know how that button's working. This guy appears to have no name. All right, let's find another one of the battles going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look here. Wowzers. All right, this is an absolute train of cars. Who's at the front of this train? Let's keep going. It's a long train, ladies and gentlemen. It's fair to say these guys have not separated up at all. They are incredibly close. As you have a look, DJ Alessandrini leading the pack right now. Soren, if you can give me a little bit of a check on how the iRacing volume is, I would definitely appreciate it. I think I had it set at 7 last time, but by all means, fill me in. I do understand that it's a bit noisier in the cockpit views, but at the minute, DJ Alessandrini well in control of this race. Let's have a look as well, see if I can see anybody really sneaking through. And I mean sneaking, so who have we got as a hard charger right now? That's actually going to be Ken Kruger. He's up 4 positions. He's in 24th, started 28th, but he did not post a time. I don't think he gave himself a penalty because he's one of the admins here, so definitely don't mess with the big dog of the league, Mr. Ken Kruger. I'm also seeing that DJ Alessandrini, he set a fastest lap on lap 2. He did a 1:16.508, so we'll see how long he keeps hold of that. Let's have a quick look as well. There is a little bit of a battle going on here. I say that there is battles all over the track, ladies and gentlemen, but Ryan Otis and Chad Sinowski, these guys have been going at it more than once, and let's see if we can get a little bit of a comparison going up. Try again. There we go. So Ryan Otis, he's in that Chevrolet Corvette. You can see there the white, red, and black with the 499 Racing on the side of it. And behind him is Chad Sinowski. Both of these guys race winners, ladies and gentlemen, race winners. So we know that they have the pace. We know that they have the potential. But what can they do? Can they go and take the win away from DJ Alessandrini? Obviously, Paul Slavinik is there in that Rouge Mustang as DJ Alessandrini sets another fastest lap. 1:16.196, but it's fair to say he's not really managed to pull away a massive gap as of yet. I'd say certainly thank you, Richard. Richard Swindells, ladies and gentlemen, he wasn't able to make it into the commentary booth tonight, but if he does, by all means, just you know where to find me, come on in. But yeah, great to see him in there in the chat, and Soren as well. Thank you for that feedback. But absolutely packed. Let's have a look. Ryman Bykov and Ty Johnson. There we go. Get the right graphic up. These guys are fighting, and we've seen Roman have quite a good battle again. We was taking the absolute. Oh no, he's gone wide. He's gone a little bit wide there, and that has opened the door. Ty Johnson sneaks by. The Coors Light Mustang obviously maybe had a few too many beers before taking that corner. He's now going to be under attack from Mark Miller right behind him. I say that, Mark Miller's got Troy Banks as well. These guys definitely having a fight, and it's almost as if we got the two lime green cars, very brightly coloured. I've got to say, my kind of paint job, I do definitely like, you know, when we get a little bit of vibrant pop and, you know, stuff like that. I mean, if you look at modern cars today, they're either black, grey, or silver, white, or car, sedan, or an SUV. It's boring, ladies and gentlemen. So to get cars with such bright paint jobs, it really does make me smile. You see Troy Banks taking a little bit of a wide line there, and that was Ty Johnson. He looked like he used a bit of runoff, and that's opened the door. Roman Bykov there going on the outside. Very brave move as they head down into turn 2. Absolutely fantastic job by him. Very clean pass there by Roman Bykov. Fantastic stuff, but it's not over yet. Ty Johnson right behind him. Mark Miller, definitely a little bit of late bloomers sometimes when it comes to a race, but Troy Banks making a move there. Definitely absolutely sending it. These guys really, really closely packed together. As I say that, if I look from first all the way down to 18th place, actually 18th, even 19th place perhaps, these guys are all under a second, under 2 seconds gap between each other. So definitely a very close field. After that, it gets a little bit more hairy. Actually, we're going to stay with this battle for the minute. This is the closest one going on. And see there, actually, there's 2 battles going on. Ty Johnson and Roman Bykov going at it again. I wasn't quite able to catch it. I see there in the corner is Troy Banks. He's managed to make it past Mark Miller. Absolute carnage. What about up front? How's it going here with Ryan Oates and Chad Sanowski? Well, these guys are hanging steady, hanging fire. So we have a little bit further back. Neil McDougall, consistently a clean driver here at Apex this. He's doing well. He's currently down 1 position to Sheldon Rosenbaum, who's just basically the guy ahead of him. Let's say that. There we go. I've got to fix that graphic. I would like it so I could switch it so it's chasing the guy ahead. I am getting a couple of notifications here about a couple of crashes, so let's have a look at this one first. It's Richard Sawicki. Let's see what happened here. He's in that Corvette, the Stars and Stripes, very proud, and that is going down the back straight. Richard, by all means, correct me when I'm getting these corners wrong. I know there's only a couple of corners, so let's see what exactly happened there. Everything's looking good. It's looking clean. Oh, a little bit of an over-rotation there in the second to last corner. Okay, but altogether not too bad. What about Fozzie Fazzillo? Let's see what happened to him. Definitely a man with a very classy sounding name. He's there, and he is in that Mustang. You can see there Tyler Evans trying to make a move on him. Excuse me, in that 911 GT3, and definitely making sure that he pushes him out as wide as he can on the track. And you can see the Mustang, no contact as of yet. The 911 on the inside, and yep, that's the contact, and that is almost tandem drifting, and it definitely did not end well. That Mustang now beaten, battered, and unable to kill any innocent spectators. As I see Russell Elizondo as well, he's been caught in a little bit of action. Let's see what's going on with him in the 911 GT3. We'll try and see what happened to him. He's having a little bit of a battle with the guy behind him going on the defensive. That's going down into turn 2. Definitely a little bit of a... thank you, Richard. Mario Andretti straight. You see there, he dipped a wheel in the grass. Absolutely hangs it. The Mustang hard on the brakes. And I've got to say, that Mustang did a absolutely fantastic job to avoid that incident. So, power to them. But let's leave that stuff behind for the minute. There we go. He's currently running out. Let's see where the battles are right now. And it looks like Parker Druin and Mark Miller. I say that again, we got a whole train of cars, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute train of cars. It does look like Vincent Wood has retired. Donald Mensing, he's down a lap already. Not the best start he had, but let's have a look. We're seeing here. Oh, I say that. It looks like potentially a little bit of contact there between Arthur Ramirez and Tyler Reeb. Let's try and get a better camera for you there. There you go. That is the view out of the back of Arthur Ramirez Porsche 911. You can see that R8 definitely has a little bit of a crinkle. Yeah, a little bit of a crinkle on the driver's side of that front bumper. Doesn't look like it damaged the aero, but definitely he's keen. He's making a move. He's trying to put a nose up the inside, almost dipping a wheel in the grass there. And it's fair to say he has managed to sneak by. Tyler Reeb gets it done in the Audi R8. Absolutely fantastic muff. Oh, as I say that, we've seen that BMW before. Who was that now? That was Michael Bond. Huge collision there. Let's see if we can rewind that just a little bit. We're going to go into a slow-mo replay here. As I say that, I need to... Let's see what happened here. Oh, it's just a little bit of over-rotation, over-corrected, and then just absolutely ricocheted off that wall. Carnage. Absolute carnage. The guy's able to get past pretty cleanly, and he will definitely be needing to make use of that fast repair if he hasn't already. I'll take a quick look. He hasn't yet used it, so he should be all right, but I am seeing that Tyler Reeb, he's just pit on lap 8. Arthur Ramirez, he's just pit on lap 8 as well. I think that's a little bit early for a pit stop at this point. Oh, and that's why these guys are having a little bit of a battle, and obviously things have got a little bit too heated. It's fair to say that's why. So Arthur Ramirez and Tyler Nevins, they have definitely come together. You can see the R8 and the 911 both now cosmetically challenged. But let's get back to the action. We'll make sure we're live. There we go. BMW versus Mustang. Roman Bykov versus Ty Johnson. We're going to get that compare graphic back up for you as well. There you go. There's no way that timing's right, so we'll get rid of that for the minute. I'm not quite sure what is happening with that. I know I fixed it once before. I don't know how I fixed it. No idea. And now I've really broke it. There we go. We're going to go with that for the minute. All right. See if we can get some funky cameras going on. Let's have a look. That's the view behind him. Roman Bykov, he is hot. Well, he's being produced very heavily by Ty Johnson, and definitely the draft being a huge part of this. That looks like maybe a little bit of bump drafting going on as they head in to do the Go Coors line. And at least if you're going to cheer on beer, cheer on a real beer. Get some Corona. Actually, I think it's made in Mexico as well. But you can see here, Bykov under heavy pressure from Ty Johnson. These guys are really, really working. Very similar in the IR. Just, let me do a quick bit of math here. Yeah, just 12 I rating points between them. That's it. So, you know, no wonder we're getting a very, very balanced fight. As we have a look further up the field, Paul Slavinik, he is under attack from Ryan Otis. That gap down to just 0.3 of a second. DJ Alessandrini not able to pull away and really take away off from the field. Paul Slavinik, Ryan Otis, and Chad Sanowski all with him. Sheldon Rosbrom, he's not far behind either with Neil McDougall in tow. Then you got a little bit of a gap, about 2.5 seconds back to Andrew McMurray, but definitely the closest battle on screen right now. It is between Paul Slavinik and Ryan Otis, but I don't think these guys are going to force it. But what about Roman Bykov? Again, this guy getting a lot of screen time today. Ty Johnson, can he get it done? He's definitely been keen. He's been trying, and he's there. He's making a move. Is he going to be able to make it stick going down the outside? Bykov very tight on the inside, not really forcing the issue, but able to take that inside line and hold on to the position, at least for now. Ty Johnson trying very, very hard. The brute force of that Mustang versus the engineering of the BMW. It is definitely a diamonds to hearts kind of battle on this. I was thinking the clubs to spades, but I just couldn't remember what that other suit was. And certainly Troy Banks behind him in the Corvette as well. And then we have a 911. So 4 manufacturers represented in this little section of the racetrack going on. These guys so close. They are absolutely almost touching at times. Under 0.2 of a second. Very much the closest battle on track. Ty Johnson providing us with some absolutely fantastic racing action at this point. I should have had my track map up. I'm going to try and find it for you. I'm hoping this doesn't pop up in the middle of the screen, and it does, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies for that. Let me see if I can find my track maps. I know there's only a couple of corners, but my memory is also not the best. So give me 1 second here. I want to try and name some of these corners off. And then do I have that one downloaded? I do. Look at that. It's going to pop up in the middle of your screen again. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can call the corners out if I don't. So the Mario and Trey straight away. The S's at the back. White's corner, Clayton, Quebec, and Moss. That was it. Moss corner. So we'll see what we can do with that. Get rid of that folder there. There we go. But it's good news to hear that the stream is going well. Definitely the closest battle on track right now is still these guys. Ty Johnson providing all of the action as he was able to get past Roman Bykov. I'll see if I can get that, a little replay of that for you guys. You probably saw it in the background. Here we go. Let's get a replay of that action here. So let's see where he did it. So that's actually in about the midpoint of the track, I would say. They're down, heading towards Moss Corner. You can see there, Ty Johnson right behind Roman Bykov as he's there. There you go, heading into Moss Corner. I imagine he's going to get him on the Mario Andretti straight away. You can see there, he got a much better exit out of Moss, and side by side already. And Troy Banks will be absolutely loving the draft off the pair of those cars, and potentially it's going to put him in an opportunity. As I say that, it does definitely look good for him. Let's go live right now. There we go, we're back to live, and you see that he is hot, he is keen behind Roman Bykov. Mark Miller about the same distance behind him as well. I say that Austin Diltz is even closer. This is a Mustang versus Mustang battle. I'm wondering if these guys are the same team. Yeah, they are. Okay, WBM Racing. Soren, this is your guys on screen, and despite them being on the same team, and I've got to say, I do love the inverse liveries. If you see that, 1911 is getting out of the way. That's one I think was caught in an incident earlier, Arthur Ramirez. I do apologize if I'm absolutely pooching your name, by the way. My apologies there. But yeah, he's there. But these guys working as a team, and it's good to see. It's beautiful to see a team working together in this. As I say that, it looked like he was going to have a little bit of a stiff there. Austin Diltz keen to try and get the move done on Parker, but oh my gosh, it's just so close all together. 4, 5 cars all in it. Mark Miller, he's in that green 911 under pressure from Parker Doohan. Austin Diltz right behind him. Oh, Parker Doohan's just gone off. Oh, that could have ended very badly. Thankfully, no other cars caught in the action. A little bit of a fender bender there for the WBM Motorsports car of Parker Doohan. Oh, that gets the old ticker going. And, oh yeah, he's definitely got damage. That left rear, it's fair to say, has a very aggressive negative toe at this point. It's kind of cramming across. Let's see if we get a different camera angle for you. A little bit too close. What am I doing this? I've got new buttons for this. And that's not going to show the angle I wanted. So, good effort. And you can see that he is crabbing. This is a full-on SpongeBob SquarePants experience, as he is currently under the sea on pace right now. Mr. Krabs is going to be going money for all the repairs that are going to be needed to that car. But I got to say, it's almost as if he has engaged a inadvertent drift mode. It looks pretty badass, I've got to admit. Definitely not what he had in mind, but for sheer style, it was pretty up there. Definitely pretty up there. But let's get back to see what's happening with Ty Johnson here. I don't want to focus on these guys all race, but definitely, if they're providing the action, it's where we're going to be, ladies and gentlemen. And he is currently giving us lots of that. Troy Banks, the next one to try and take a slice out of him. As I say that, Banks even closer there. But I say that, Roman Bykov closer again. He's under 0.2 of a second as well. DJ Alessandrini, he's up at the front. He's managed to pull away to about a 2-second gap at this point. But can Troy Banks hold on? I say that, there we go. Can Troy Banks hold on? Because Roman Bykov absolutely capitalizing on that draft. He's there, he's close, he's thinking about it, but not yet able to make a move. So head in there through the S's. Richard, by all means, get in here, sir. Oh, actually, I've got Discord notifications. Is it one of you guys? Oh, you're just watching the stream. That is a fantastic view, though. Richard Swindells is there. He's kicking it back, watching the stream by the lake. That's fantastic. I like that. I like that a lot. That is absolutely awesome. Just realized I didn't have my Discord mic on just in case anybody did pop up. Actually, and that is a valid point. Let's see if we got anybody hiding in the Apex's Discord. I have a look. There is absolutely nobody hiding there. I was hoping to interview some drivers while we're on the move, and I need them to be there to do that, but excuse me. And again, and I'm getting a notification after Ramirez. He may have crashed. Parker Doohan, he pit. We know about that, but definitely very, very close. I say that Sheldon Rosenbaum and Neil McDougall. There we go. Let me get that over there. They were about to have a battle, but they guys just spread out again as soon as I was about to click to it. But you know what? No, we'll leave them be for now. They're good. They're good. They're doing all right. But Troy Banks, he's definitely under attention. But there you go. Ty Johnson, he's going for the undercut at this point. So that's going to open up these guys to go free a little bit. We'll see if Troy Banks can pull away. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ty Johnson, the first one to pit out of that huge pack of cars. Let's see what happens, as I believe that's Arthur Ramirez just ahead of them. I'll just confirm. Nope, wasn't him. Must be a different 911. You see Ty Johnson. Yeah, he's still in the pits. Should be emerging very soon. It looks like maybe a little bit of action here between Brian Zinn and Wesley Bryce. So Corvette versus 911 in this battle. The gap under 0.3 of a second. And I got to say, ladies and gentlemen, which would be your favorite car in the GT3 series right now? I gotta admit, mine isn't even represented, and that is because it is a absolute stripper to handle. I mean, it's all fun and games, and then it just wants to basically stab you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get me wrong, nothing against strippers, but some of them are known to be a little temperamental. At least that's what I've heard. But bad puns aside, let's going to see if Wesley Bryce can get the move done on Brian Zinn. That 911, again, something I say frequently, all the work has to be done under the braking. As you can see there, dipping a little bit of a wheel there in the grass. Let's get a cockpit view. Look at that. You see the lights, the rev limiter there. You're seeing bouncing off the line. Very, very tidy driving, it seems, as well. Not really overstomping the car. Yeah, very smooth on the throttle as well. Well played there. I do know sometimes the 911 can over-rotate under throttle. Surprised he's holding fourth, but you know what? He's probably quicker than I am, so I should maybe keep my mouth shut. He's 2400 IR, so yeah, he probably is quicker than me, but you see the Corvette of Brian Zinn going a little bit on the wider side there. And is this going to open up the chance? Oh, this door is absolutely closed on him there as I hit the wrong button. There we go. Not able to get it done yet. What about Austin Diltz in the Mustang? He is hot on Mark Miller. Definitely giving it a whirl. His teammate Parker Doom, he's dropped back down to 21st. It's fair to say he is out of the running for the foreseeable future. Keeping an eye on the top battle as well. No change up there. The first 5, 6, 7, they're all the same. No difference. It's about 8th place, which is here with Troy Banks, is where it starts to get really interesting. And that must be Andrew McMurray. Nope. I still don't know who that 911 is ahead of him. My apologies. I've got the timing sorted by position as DJ Alessandrini sets the fastest lap and then basically has it beaten away from him by Ryan Otis. It's just mere seconds after, but I say that it wasn't a lot in it. Just 11 hundredths of a second in the difference between the two laps. So very, very similar pace from the guys out in front. Actually, Ryan Otis, 5,500 IR rating. DJ Alessandrini, he's rocking 7K. So yeah, some big hitters here tonight at Apex this. But you're watching currently Troy Banks, 1592. I'd say that's false advertising. He's undersold a little bit at that point. But let's have a look. Brian Zinn, he's trying to make a move on Phillip Adams right now. Corvette versus Corvette. He's able to pull away very slightly, and I mean slightly, from Wesley Bryce. 2 tenths between Adams and Zinn. 6 tenths between Zinn and Bryce. So definitely, you know, Bryce is in a good position to make a move, as it looked like that Corvette was going to head off the track for a second. Not quite. Very, very crucial to get the best exit you can out of Moss Corner, out onto the Mario Andretti straightaway, because every little mistake carries with you the whole way down. And it looks like this is going to be the chance Brian Zinn has been looking for. He's in the yellow and black Corvette. Phillip Adams in the green and black, and you see it in the background, that's Wesley Bryce in the 911 as Zinn is going the long way round. I say the long way, and that's contact between Brian Zinn and Phillip Adams. Sorry, it did look unintentional. These guys were just racing hard. Let's see what happened to Phillip Adams. He's there, he's trying to get it back on track. Definitely do it as safely as he can, and I don't believe he had any bad damage, but perhaps worth coming in the pits anyway. Yeah, that car looks pretty clean. Let's see if we can get a couple more shots of that. Hang on. Maybe a slight dent at best, but to be honest, I'm not seeing major damage. More of a scuff. Yeah, more of a scuff, so nothing too crazy, but he comes in the pits. He's back on his way, and he'll be on the move very soon. As we say that must have been a lap car these guys have just snuck past. And I've got to say, Sheldon Rosenbaum, I absolutely love that paint. What a fantastic take on the American flag. Definitely very artistic, yet gets the point across. I do very much enjoy that paint, despite being a Brit here in Canada. There is definitely some things I love about the United States. Ryan Reynolds, not one of them. He's Canadian. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But too good not to pass up. But definitely he's been there under attack from Neil McDougall for a little while, but McDougall definitely not one of the most aggressive drivers on the grid, and it's fair to say it's rewarded him very well. Actually, another thought as well, Daniel McKelvey not here tonight. He's currently the championship leader. We're going to see if I can get those results up in just a second. I had them here somewhere. I apparently lost them. Where are they gone? Let's see if I can find my mouse here. I'm going to try and put them up for you guys in just a second, if I can. Here we go. So I'm just going to show you guys this very quickly. A little bit haphazard, but... Alright, yeah, that's not going to work. We'll get into that later. I'll get rid of the overlay. We'll deal with it a bit later, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to just touch in on the championship standings, but we'll get there in a bit. As Sheldon Rosenbaum still under attack from Neil McDougall. As I have a look further back, actually, Brian Zinn and Wesley Bryce, they're about 0.5 of a second in it. The field spread out a little bit, but now Mark Miller, I'd say, is the closest guy on track to making a move. I say that. What's happening with Michael Cummings? Did he pit? No, but our race leaders have. I say race leaders. Everybody but DJ Alessandrini. So Paul Slavinik, he pit. Ryan Otis, Chad Sanowski, Sheldon Rosenbaum, they all pit. So these guys going for the undercut, which puts actually Neil McDougall, he's there in the lead. So DJ must have already pit then. Yeah, DJ's in the pit as well. So many notifications going up. I have it telling me that people will pass, and as people pass the guys in the pit lane, I just basically get spammed across. So right now, Neil McDougall is your race leader. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep hold of it. Not knocking the guy, but fair to say, probably not. DJ Alessandrini's going to want that back. McDougall's still yet to make a pit, but it's always nice to lead a lap, albeit for a little while. He's got about a 10-second gap to Troy Banks, who's in second. He's opened it up a little bit to Mark Miller there in third. But what about Wesley Bryce and Brian Zinn? These guys still fighting. But let's have a look. Actually, there we go. So DJ Alessandrini, he had that gap up to about 2 seconds, and now that has definitely changed a little bit. As I see, you got another notification going on. I'll get to that in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the view behind him. There we go. So, oh my gosh, you can see there. That right behind him is Paul Slavinik. Behind him, Ryan Otis, and then behind him as well, you have Chad Sanowski there in that 911. And is that Andrew McMurray behind them as well? Yep, that is. That's Andrew McMurray. Nope. I don't know where Andrew McMurray is. My apologies. A different car behind him. But you can see here, we're on board with Chad Sanowski right now. He has got a front row seat. As I see there's more people pitting. My thing is absolutely lighting up like a Christmas tree. I'm going to turn the position gain filter off for a minute. As I see there, Mark Miller's pit, Troy Banks pit, Neil McDougall pit, Ken Kruger pit, Austin Dills. Actually, let's just say a good portion of the field just did a pit stop maneuver. There is a lot going on as they're going down through, well, they're heading to Moss Corner. We'll put it like that. I've lost my picture here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. One before Moss, that would have been Quebec Corner. There you go, Quebec Corner. Now they're going through Moss Corner. You can see here, just lovely downshift. So important to carry on that exit speed there. Absolutely bouncing that 911 off the red line. And these guys there, you're kind of stuck in the train at this point. DJ Alessandrini, he's been able to pull away, open up that gap very slightly to Paul Slavinik. It was about 0.8 of a second. It's now 1.2. But Slavinik, Otis, and Sanowski, they are in a three-way fight right now. I don't know why it just went to them. There we go. Not quite sure what happens when I skip between cars. It sometimes skips ahead, but Paul Slavinik was the one I was aiming for. He's also raced in the Roush series as well. Actually, Roush, the NASCAR team, they do put on events every now and again, and Roush himself actually commentates on it, and they do have some cool prizes. Joey Atterbury, your commentator for that. Top man, experienced commentator, and also used to be a IMSA driver as well. So definitely some more action to catch. So Slavinik, he's used to competing up with the big boys, it's fair to say, but currently riding in second. DJ Alessandrini is just proving to be a bit too much of a match for him, but Ryan Otis and Chad Sanowski definitely keeping him honest here at this point. As I say that, it looks like these guys are getting it on again. Bykoff, and this time actually it's Brian Zinn who wants a piece of Roman Bykoff. So as I have a look, Bykoff, he's down 2 positions from where he started. He started 10th, down into 12th now. I do believe he's pit. Let me have a quick look here. I know I've got a detail for that somewhere. Yeah, he pit. He had a 12.8 second pit. So actually, speaking of pit stop times, Sheldon Rosenbaum, he had a 20.4 seconds in the box. That's a lot more than anybody else. So definitely not what he had in mind. That's why he's now down in 7th. As you can see there, Brian Zinn able to get there on the inside on Bykoff. At least for now, we'll see how it goes as they go through the S's. DJ Alessandrini able to smash not just the 16s, but get into the 15.8 at this point. Fastest guy on the grid, and it's fair to say that Brian Zinn has got that move done, but for how long? Bykoff has been having a absolutely fantastic race so far. And I say that, it looks like Austin Diltz, he's under pressure right now from Mark Miller. Oh dear, oh dear, I've hit a button. There we go. Oh, good thing about the gearbox camera is you get to hear the absolutely fantastic soundtrack from that Mustang. It's fair to say I'm rather fond of the sound of a 5-litre. I'm not exactly sure what they got in this one, but you know what? If somebody wants to test me the keys, I'd be happy to have a go. But you know what? We're going to take a quick look at Slavenek because Rhino is this closer gap behind him, but can he get it done? Just 8 laps left to go in this race. He's going to be running out of time very, very shortly. You know, these top 4 drivers, actually top 5 drivers, no change in position since the start. Running clean. Taking a little bit of a moment for a little bit of a breather just there. As I say that, he's got the gap down to about 2 tenths, 3 tenths per second. Mark Miller, he's in a similar kind of boat. 2 battles on screen right now, but actually Rhino is even closer again right now. He got it under 2 tenths per second for just a moment. You see there, lap traffic definitely going to add a hurdle to it. Now, is that one Arthur Ramirez? I'll try and read the numbers to go by. I've missed it. My apologies, but it's fair to say it's a little hard. 528 is easy to read on the back of Paul Slavenek's car because if he gets any closer, these guys are going to basically end up being one. It's almost as if to get married. And a little bit of a wiggle there from Slavenek. Is this going to be the opportunity that Otis was looking for? Not quite. I thought he was going to get a better exit, but not yet able to make the move, and he's actually lost a little bit of ground there. This has opened up the doors potentially for Chad Sinowski. As I say, the draft has really been the recovering factor there for Ryan Otis, able to keep him close to Paul Slavenek. And out of these 3 cars, I'd say the Mustang's probably going to be the most temperamental on the handling. The Corvette would probably be the middle, and the Porsche, I'd say, would be the most nimble of the lot, especially being so powerful under the braking. But I'm actually finding it ironic that 499 is the racing team driving a Corvette, because if my understanding is not mistaken, you get what I'm trying to say here, the 499 is a type of Ferrari. By all means, somebody in the chat, let me know. What was that now? A little bit of a wiggle from Sinowski. It's I want to see exactly what happened there. A little bit of traction perhaps kicked in. Interesting. Let's change the camera and see exactly what happened there. Had a little bit of a wiggle. My apologies, it's not the best way I like to do it. Alright, let's see if we see anything. I meant to do slow-mo there, ladies and gentlemen. There we go, let's have a quick look. What happened there? I thought I saw him having a little bit of a wiggle. Huh, maybe not. Fair to say he's managed to keep up with him anyway, so nothing to worry about just there. Looking back through the field, actually Philip Adams. Now, we saw him have that incident earlier, and that is there ahead of him. That's Fozzie Fazzillo. He definitely got in an incident earlier. That looks like one of the WBM racing cars, so it's good to see, even though he's had that earlier incident, he is back on track. And actually, I say that, you got 2 WBM Motorsport cars together, because Parker Durham, he's right behind him as well. So Philip Adams in the middle of that WBM sandwich. And I say that, he almost goes and loses it out of Moss Corner. That could have ended very badly, but able to hold on to it. But this will potentially open up the door for Parker. You know, he's going to have a little bit of a better exit speed. You'd think so, but he's actually dropping back to Philip Adams. So, oh, here we go. Bykoff's at it again. Brian's in. I told you he's going to want that back, and he's right there in your rearview mirror as it stands. I got the wrong car. Bugger it. There we go. You see the Mustang there with the LED headlights as well. And oh my gosh, that was about 1/10 of a second, ladies and gentlemen. That was it. It looked a lot closer. If it was measured in meters, I'd say you're probably in the wrong units. Pure inches at that point. And not because it's metric to Imperial, but just because how close he was. And I've got to say, he's definitely keeping the pressure on Brian Zinn. And we're going to see if he gets a good exit out of that. Wesley Bryce in the 911 right behind him. A couple of battles hanging on screen, but Paul Slavenek He's under pressure as well. We're going to take a quick pick at that. Yeah, the second, third, and fourth battle is still going on, as it has definitely got a little bit darker, a little bit foggy here at Canadian Tire Motorsport with 5 laps to go. Now, don't get me wrong, if it rains, I'm going to be very much okay with that. But, you know, I'm not quite sure if we're going to have rain here in that event. And Otis got it under 2 tenths per second just then. Not yet made the move. Oh, what's going on with McDougall? Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Something's gone very wrong for McDougall. He was sitting high up early on. I think he was as high as 5th place even. We're going to try and catch a replay of that. Sadly, it's not given me one, so I'm going to have to try and do it a little bit of a greasy way here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see here. There we go. Let's have a quick look. I got the replay camera set a little bit far back, so all right, here he is going around the final turn. Everything looks well. Round turn 1. Okay, now I wonder, did he just run it a bit too wide? Oh, over rotation. Definitely easily done. And it's good to see as well. He is very quick to dive off that racing line. Great sportsmanship there from Neil McDougall. Sadly, that has pushed him back down to 14th place. Definitely not what he had in mind. And oh, as I say that, I see some activity going on. Oh, it's definitely getting hairy at the front now. These guys have turned up the notch with 4 laps left to go. Paul Slavnik under heavy attack from Ryan Otis. They are side by side as they head down to Moss Corner. As I say that, Chad Sanowski goes and stakes in, and he's made the move stick. Chad Sanowski sneaks by Ryan Otis, so Ryan Otis goes for the pass and then actually loses 2 places there. It's fair to say that that definitely backfired for him, the poor guy, but it is definitely not over yet. As we see here as well, Mark Miller and Austin Diltz. Austin Diltz is in the WBM Racing Mustang. Previously, one of your podium finishers here at Apex this. Definitely guys have been able to apply the pressure, but having a very hard time getting it done. As we have a look at Russell Elizondo as well. He's there chasing Mark Bray. About 4 tenths of a second back, 3 tenths, 2 tenths. He's getting even closer. Fantastic exit of that corner as he's there. And he's made a move on the inside. He gets by Mark Bray. Oh, as I say that, same thing happened to Neil McDougall. Turn 1 over rotation. Definitely a little bit of an Achilles heel here in that Porsche 911. Turn 1 is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Let's see if the Mustang of Roman Bykov will have the same kind of haphazard handling there. As you can see there, he's trying to make a move on the inside of Brian Zinn. Ford versus Chevrolet, and instead he's going to go around the outside, heading around turn 2, pushing very wide. Almost dips a wheel in the grass, and not quite able to get it done. Fantastic racing tonight. I've got to say, Roman Bykov, so far, you have been my driver of the evening. Just the sheer absolute determination in your racecraft tonight has been fantastic. And as I say that, I mean, he's down 1 position, so Brian Zinn actually, and Troy Banks, they've got a lot more to be proud of. Actually, hard charger right now is this man, Kevin Zhu. That's who we saw having a battle just a moment ago with Russell Elizondo. And Ken Kruger right behind. I say right behind. There's quite a gap. About 10-second gap behind him. Both of these guys up 12 positions. And I'll see if anybody else has got that beat. Nope. Those 2 guys are the ones. So currently, as it sits, Kevin Zhu is your hard charger. We're going to go back to Roman Bykov, because yet again, he is hot on the heels of Brian Zinn. Ooh. Free prostate exam courtesy of the Coors Light car. Definitely, if you're going to drink, you're going to end up with a free bottle in there at that point. But Roman, you know what? Despite being my driver of the day, you get it a lot easier if you put on a real paint job. I'm sorry, buddy, but Coors Light is not beer, it's water, as my colleague Mike Broomhead explained last week. I'll be fair, I've not had too many roasts tonight. Actually, I had a roast dinner. That was lovely. Thank you for my mum for that. That was delightful. But let's take a quick peek as well. Chad Sanowski, he's still keen. Ryan Otis as well. DJ Alessandrini, he's walked away right now, 3.4 seconds away from the leaders. And Ryan Otis, I'd say he's got the most to prove. He's down one position from where he started. Chad Sanowski able to do that fantastic maneuver and just snake it going into Moss Corner. But these guys running very, very similarly laps. So last lap, actually, they're all, let me see, 116.1, 116.1, 116.2. And yeah, basically 7/100ths of a second in it. Very, very closely matched, these guys, all wanting that second position. Well, ideally they'd like first, but not quite able to get it done. DJ Alessandrini just absolutely running away with it. But Austin Diltz, again, he's keen on the back of Mark Miller. Keen to make a move. So is Roman Bykov on, you can see there, these guys getting closer together. Bykov not yet able to do it. But Brian Zinn, actually, he's up 6 places from the start, so he's having a very good day, as is Troy Banks. Now, I have said before that Troy Banks, sometimes consistency hasn't been the key, at least when I've raced for him. But today, it's fair to say he's on it, and he is having a absolutely fantastic race. Up 6 places, keeping it clean, not use that fast spare. And actually, as I say that, what's going on there? He just pulled over. And he's... Does he run out? He must have run out of fuel. Oh my gosh. Now I feel like a not night. Well, it's not. I can't, you know, hit the magic wand and make him run out of fuel, but definitely not what I had in mind. But oh, I do hope somebody could fill me in and let me know if he ran out of fuel. That sucks. that sucks. But actually, we got another battle going on here. Oh my gosh, they're finishing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. I was having so much fun with the racing. All right, so that's the front floor finish, so no changes there. Let's have a quick look back. Austin Diltz, he's just coming over the line. I got the wrong camera on. Here we go. All right, we'll try and catch some of them going over the line. Brian's in, able to hold on over Roman Bykov, but not at a lack of effort. Let's have a look here. Kevin Zhu and Neil McDougall, they're going to be going at it right to the end of the line. Kevin Zhu managed to sneak by, which was a little bit of a surprise late move. He takes 13th with Neil McDougall there in 14th. It's a shame. He really was having a fantastic race. That turn 1 absolutely caught him and Russell Elizondo as well. As we have a look as well, Kent Kruger looked like he ran out of fuel going across the line, which actually gave Parker Zuin, was able to sneak a position there by the standings. That's kind of cheeky, but Troy Banks, I've got to say, what happened there, buddy? What happened? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was an interesting race indeed. A couple of cars just blasting over the start there, but we are going to try and get your results up for you. Just going to hide a few things, and let's take a quick peek and see if this has worked. Damn it, it's not. I do apologize. I tried fixing this again earlier, so we will get to it. But ladies and gentlemen, your first place car, without too much of a surprise there, is DJ Alessandrini in their Audi R8 with the absolutely ridiculously vibrant paint job. Paul Slavinik was in second with Chad Sanowski, able to snake away that 3rd spot from Ryan Otis, pushed off the podium. So Ryan Otis was there in 4th. Andrew McMurray, pretty clean, pretty quiet race for him. He was in 5th with Ty Johnson in 6th. Austin Diltz there in 7th with Mark Miller in 8th. Brian Zinn, he moved up the field a lot. Well done, sir. He was in 9th with Roman Bykov. Absolutely fantastic racing from him in 10th, as I just hit the wrong button. There we go. Wesley Bryce in that 911 was in, well, 911 in 11th, ironically. So Kevin Zhu sneaking in off Neil McDougall near the end. He was in 12th with McDougall in 13th. Parker Durham, one of the WEM racing cars, he was in 14th with Kent Kruger in 15th. Sheldon Rossenbaum, we're not quite sure what happened to him near the end. Potentially run out of fuel, as did Troy Banks in 16th and 17th. Philip Adams, we saw him, that green and black Corvette, get caught in an incident earlier, as did Fozzie Fazillo. Mark Bray, though, I'm not quite sure what happened to him. He may have got caught earlier. Russell Elizondo, again, victim of turn 1. Definitely the 911, showing it's a little bit of a unstable handling car through some corners there in 21st. Tyler Reeve in 22nd with Michael Cummings. Arthur Ramirez, Donald Mensing there in 25th. Richard Sorek in 26th. And then Michael Bond, we did see him. He definitely did not have a good day in that M4. He was in 27th with Tyler Evans, Vincent Wood, and Joshua Soto. I don't think I saw those guys out on the track. And I've just hit the wrong button again. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your race results. But I'm going to have a quick look to see if there is anybody hanging around for a interview. And it's fair to say there isn't. So a little bit disappointing there, but we should take a moment to talk about our sponsors. So just give me a little bit of a second here. I got to hit a few magic buttons. I say magic, they really aren't that magic, but give me 1 second here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into that in just a second. So, all right, you guys should be able to see the sponsors. So, Apex Sim Racing, full immersive racing gear. They carry Cube Controls, Momo, Moza Racing, Sim Magic, OBP Motorsport, OMP. Actually, OMP also makes legit, race car parts as well. Steering wheels, seats. I think they might make harnesses and all. Rich D PC and Apex Sim Racing brands. That's Apex Sim Racing, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's all very good. That's getting the gear. How about getting the idea on how to make the most out of that? So, full speed sim coaching. They've got a good couple of coaching options here. Full speed sim coaching is one of them, where your personal coach will make you a better sim racer. Well, challenge accepted to you, sir. Blake's mission is to get you a better understanding of sim racing fundamentals to take you to the next level using visual guidance and telemetry analysis. So basically, if you've ever seen the wavy lines, if they were your heart, it's fair to say you would have definitely redlined a few occasions. That's basically what that is. You see the gas, the brake, the clutch. Obviously, additionally, you'll see like the steering wheel input as well. This is all data that they take from the car, from the sim, and you can do it in real life as well. You get something called a race box that will help with that. But anyway, he uses visual guidance and telemetry analysis. He caters to novice and intermediate racers using iRacing and Assetto Corsa. So it doesn't matter which sim you're involved in, he is able to help you there. Get Good Racing, I gotta say, I love the name. He is with one-on-one coaching or a self-directed course. So if you kind of want to do it at your own pace, this is definitely one way of doing it. Get Good Racing has what you need to improve your iRacing skills. Marion, and he is a 5K iRating driver, so definitely one of the higher rated guys I've seen. One of the top 1% actually, and in the end his goal is to make you understand how you can self-coach yourself in the long run. So rather than just learn one track, learn another track, he teaches you the tools and like how to approach a corner, maybe a little bit of racecraft as well. But I'm just going to very quickly check the Discord to see. No, I thought I had somebody in there for a interview. Actually, Mr. Swindells, if you want to come in and give us your thoughts on the race, just pop into the Discord quick, by all means. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what, your conclusion of the race. Just drop on in, sir. But anyway, so that is, that's all about Get Good Racing, and he gives you the tools and make sure you know how to use them. Race Smarter with Drew. So Drew is the digital race engineer, sadly not the rapper in this case. Depends on your music taste. He's not really my scene, but anyway, he's a premium spotter and crew chief with many additional benefits and is built exclusively for iRacing. He is the best iRacing spotter, perfect for VR users, and he monitors your racing, context, and alerts you. It's the crew chief that iRacing needs. Use your voice or buttons to control over 400 commands. And get vital feedback from over 50 voice alerts as well. Nothing to look at and be distracted by. Audio only communication, ladies and gentlemen. But I do believe Richard Swindells has just popped in. So just give me 1 second, Richard. I'm just going to switch the scene over. I'm going to try to. Hang on a second here. There we go. So if I've got the right button, I should be on camera. Yep, there you go. Richard, can we get a quick mic check, sir?
Hey, Daniel, how you doing?
Hey, I'm just going to bump you up just a little bit. I know you're not on your usual microphone, so let me just give you a little bit of a cranking. Say something again for me there, Richard.
Hey, Daniel.
All right. Okay, so Richard, tell us a little bit. You've definitely commentated on this series before, and you've stewarded it this series, and you've raced this series. Tell us a little bit about some of the highlights that you saw today in round 5 of Apex this.
Well, no surprise to see DJ go out and take it, but it was really good battling for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I was very impressed, and good hard racing, looked pretty clean. Also really liked watching the Roman Bykoff and Brian Zinn, and I think Troy Banks was in that battle. 3 long-time Apex this racers. Good clean racing, good hard racing. I don't know what happened to Troy. I guess he may have ran out of fuel or had an emergency or something, but that was really good to see.
Oh, it's definitely some class racing. And Roman Bykoff, I got to admit, he was my driver of the day. Actually, Richard, who would be your driver of the day? Don't get me wrong. I know that you tuned in and stuff like that, and Roman's kind of spoken for at this point, but by all means, let me know, who do you think was your driver of the day?
Well, I'm going to be a little off topic. I'm gonna give it to DJ. He won.
That's fair.
You know, Max Verstappen never wins driver of the day, but he wins. So I'm gonna go and give this one to DJ because nobody else ever will.
That is a fair point. But ladies and gentlemen, it has been a absolute pleasure to. It's been phenomenal racing. I've very much enjoyed it. And let's actually take a quick look about where we're going next week. So it's the Autodrome Jose Carlos plate. I've done it again. I put pay. I obviously can't spell place. Have I done a typo on that, Richard? I must have done. Autodrome Jose Carlos. I'm sure it's place, not Pace Grand Prix.
It's pace. Pace.
It is Pace.
It is pace. It's Spanish or or something. It's not English.
Isn't this? If I'm not mistaken, it's the Brazilian Grand Prix track. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, we're just going to say, ladies and gentlemen, knowing that I can't speak Spanish, and if I did, I'd have a Latina wife. Sophie Vergara, if you're available, call me. It's okay. I know you're getting a little bit more seasoned, but you are built just the way I like, darling. And not only that, as a man, when I screw up and you tell me off, it'd be actually very attractive. So that's that's my plea to Sophia Vergara. It's not that that's ever going to go anywhere, but if she watches this, think of the hits we'll get, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to see you next week.
Well,
sorry, go ahead, Richard.
Let's make it easy here on you, Zippy. Everybody just affectionately calls it Interlagos.
That helps. Interlagos, ladies and gentlemen, the Brazilian Grand Prix track. We're going to be here next week. I'm going to be here next week. I'm not too sure who's going to be joining me in the booth next week. It might be Richard. It might be Mike. You know what? We might even get two Mikes, Richard and me in the booth. We'll wait and see. But I've got to thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to leave you on a closeout for our sponsors again. Support them. They support the league. I also know that Apex it is a donation-run league, ladies and gentlemen, and it is time to put your hand in your pocket and throw that money. Skip a coffee for the day, or if not, do both. If it's a Starbucks coffee, maybe skip the week, but help them out a little bit. They provide great racing action, and definitely it's been an absolute pleasure to commentate on them. My name's been Daniel Zippit? You guys wish. Daniel Zippy Salmon here in the booth tonight. I've been your director, your commentator, and joining me at the end, Mr. Richard Swindells as well. Very experienced racer. He runs in a couple of leagues with me and pretty new to the commentary scene. But thank you very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you here next week on Pit Road Productions.
I'm sitting here on my laptop holding keys and using a keyboard or a mic that's built into it somewhere. Adjust the levels. Yeah. You send me a message of what you want, what you're looking for. Yeah. Yeah, I'll help you out. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. Yeah, just let me know what you're looking for. Okay. Results always shows the timing on the results. Yeah, I It's funny because Roman used to be checkers and wreckers, and that's why they used to call him Coors Lightning because you never knew what the hell was going to happen. It's good to see him. Troy's always got good pace, but he's inconsistent with what happens. Sometimes he gets bad luck, sometimes he causes bad luck. Actually, I fired up iRacing on my laptop. I updated it. I downloaded ATV, but then I couldn't remember how to load your templates. And then by the time I had all that done, I'm running off my internet here is off my LTE router sitting in the cottage, and my laptop is running off its battery, and so running iRacing and all that. Next thing I knew, I'm down to 40% on my laptop, and the race is at lap 28, and I thought, well, I'm too late now. Yeah, it gets to be chaos. That was, yeah, I mean, everything I saw, I missed the beginning, obviously, but from lap 3 on, when I turned it on, everything was great, Zippy. That was your best by far. I mean, like it was really good. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Yeah, you want things to be better, but